welcome. How's everyone doing? Thought I'd shoot the breeze with you guys. This is the Tom Brand One Thoughts, and I just want to talk about, like, I'm an honest here. Like to keep things honest, and this is a vlog about things that we should know how to do, but majority of us, not everyone, I find overall a lot of us aren't able to do these things, and it's embarrassing for us, and I'm very embarrassed by some of these things, so I like to just share some of it. So this is the things that we know, that we should know how to do vlog, but we don't. I'll be very honest with you guys. I don't know how to shuffle cards. Do you know how to shuffle cards? You know how they do it? Shuffle the cards. Do you know how to shuffle cards? I don't. And that seems like it's so easy, but a lot of us don't know how to shuffle cards. When I was, can't say this is the case now, okay? Can't say that this is the case now. But I seen many a guy that cannot, when you play pool, you know how you have to break? Some guys do not know how to break in pool. So, I mean, listen, back then when I had a hard time doing it, now I'm decent, okay? Now I'm decent. But a lot of people don't know how to break. I remember back then, you were able to get away with it when you're playing with other guys, I think. And I was playing with my friends, and they'd be like, "Oh, you want to break?" Nah, that's all right. I don't have to break. You break. Nah, it's fine. But then, when I was going out with my eventual wife, and even prior to that, if you were with a date with a girl, she go, "Well, break." Nah, are you sure you don't want to break? Nah, I mean, I insist, ladies first, please do break. No, well, I don't know how to break. You break. And there you are. You're like, all right, well, now what do I do? I guess I'm going to try to break it. And I would try, and sometimes one or two balls would move a little bit in the opposite direction. None of them broke, and it's embarrassing. And then you're like, well, let's do that over. You try to salvage your reputation in front of your chick. That doesn't work. Trust me, I still go to, I still go to pool halls, and I see many a guys that do not know how to break, and it's embarrassing because I've been there. And what do I, and back then, you don't know how to break. What do you say? Let me just take the cue ball and let me just throw it at the balls. Maybe that will break the balls, right? Maybe that will break the balls. I know how to whistle. Right? That's pretty decent. That's a pretty decent whistle. Now, a lot of us guys here, and be honest, if you put your hand in your mouth You know the thing where you put the hand in your hand in your mouth and then you whistle with your hand in your mouth? Am I doing that right? You know what I'm talking about. Kind of like when you put your hand in your mouth to whistle for the dog to come back to you. And it sounds so loud and it sounds so perfect. I can't do that. I can't. I have no idea. Like I see how they do it. And I tried. Like I tried right now. Yeah, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. I've been driving many a years now. Many a years. And quite honestly, and it has happened to me before, where you get a flat. I can't even say really a flat, but really what happens is usually my whole, like, I drive over a nail by accident or something, or bumpy roads or whatever happens, and the whole tire blows out. Now you have to change the tire. I'll be honest with you, there is no way I'm changing a tire. No way I'm changing a tire. Thank goodness for AAA. Yeah, AAA. I have a problem. What is your problem, sir? I have a flat. And you are a man? Yes, but see, I can't change the tire. I think the thing that happens with the tire now, listen, the beauty, you could probably YouTube it, you could Google it, you could watch a video. So I feel confident if I were looking at that video, I probably would be able to change a tire. Now, I would probably be able to change that tire over an 8-hour stretch. But still, I would change the tire, but obviously I don't want to take 8 hours to change a tire as my car is disabled on the side of the road. That's why I call AAA. Now, to my defense too, what happens usually is these lug nuts on these tires are so damn tight. I don't care if you're the Incredible Hulk. There's no way you're taking off those lug nuts. Like I feel like I know you gotta jack the car up. There's like a little groove in certain, areas of the car where you gotta to jack up the car. You gotta make sure that you hit that groove, because if you start jacking up your car and it's not in the groove, your whole damn bumper might be coming off. So you gotta be cautious about how you jack up the car. That I'm pretty sure I could handle. But it's the damn lug nuts. So to my defense, I'm partially able to change a tire. Okay, but listen, we're keeping it honest, guys. Let's all be honest with each other. Most of us are not able to change a tire. We're not. Now I remember, growing up, my father used to tell me how to change a tire. He'd go through the steps, and I think I even wrote down how to actually go about changing a tire, in a notebook or something. But listen, it's different writing it, and when it's come times to do it, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I wish too, I was more handy. Just sticking with the car. I wish I was more handy around the car. Honestly, I wish I knew how to change oil, right? That way it could be yeah, I got my hands dirty. I'm a man. I changed oil. What can you do? It seems easy. A lot of people change oil, but I guess it's really not that important now, because an oil change you could get relatively cheap. Like me, I get an oil change free from the dealer that I bought the car. Lifetime free oil changes, which is gold nowadays, because an oil change is like maybe $35, maybe, I guess, depending on where you go. But I would love to be more handy around like certain things with the car. Like we all have buddies where you kind of have that one buddy where you run everything by. You're like, I'm hearing this, my car is making this noise. I have no idea what that is. And the guy's like, your buddy's like, well, you have this, and this, and you need to replace this, and that, and this will cost you X amount. Even it's good to kind of know your way around the car and what's wrong. That way you kind of have an idea as to how much you're gonna have to pay for repairs if you don't want to do it yourself, right? Living in the Northeast, it snows every once in a while here. It's cold. Well, we really didn't have that much snow this year, relatively nothing. But, when it's snowing, you kind of want to position yourself in the back of a car, keeping your safe distance there, and just kind of driving through all the, driving through where, the tread marks are of the car in front of you, the tires. But then I see certain guys, they have Civic hatchback hoopties, and they're just whizzing by. What the hell is this? How are they driving in snow? I'm driving 25 miles an hour. These guys are doing 45, no problem. They're going to get to the destination in no time. It's going to take me 2 hours where it would normally take me 20 minutes, because I'm doing 25, hands on both sides of the wheel, emergency flashes on, and these guys are just zooming by. How do they do that? What type of skill is that? Seriously. I personally should be driving. I should know how to drive a stick shift. The reason why is, let's say if I come into some money, I want to get myself a Porsche. Porsche is a beautiful car. Corvette, beautiful car. But a lot of those cars are on stick. Now I know it's a pain in the ass. You gotta change gears and going up hills if you're going on up hills, and then traffic, and it's a pain in the ass. But if you want to drive those nice luxury cars, if you ever do come across money, you're gonna need to know how to drive stick, right? That's something we need to know how to do as guys, as men. Check out my other two channels as well. It's the Tom Brand one, that's comedy channel. smarkchat, sports channel. I wish I was handy around the house, and just handy altogether. I remember as a kid, my mom would be like, "Go with Dad to Home Depot. Home Depot. Look at screws and hammers and all that other nonsense. No, thank you. I will play my video games." But now, as an adult, you think back to yourself, damn it, I wish I went to those trips to Home Depot. I'll probably figure things out here. I probably would. I mean, I was recently, even like it's good to be handy. Like when you're handy, you kind of certain things just come to you naturally. I don't know how like the best way to describe it. Like I was putting together a swing for my boy. Okay, like a newborn swing, and it comes with instructions. And even that swing, like, I don't know what is going on. I really don't know. Like, I'm like, I could put this together, but do I trust myself enough to put my kid in a swing? I mean, the simplest thing, you're like, oh, all right, the swing, not a problem. I was looking at it, not a problem. I'll be done in no time. Nope. Hey, Dad, what are you doing? Maybe you have a couple of minutes to help me with a swing? When you're not handy around like stuff like when you're not handy around stuff around the house, even putting things together, even the simplest things seem to be like the hardest thing, painting, no problem, okay? But you ever try to paint the corners and the walls, or right near the top where the wall meets the ceiling? You have to use that tape, put it on nicely, that way it comes out even. Because if you mess up on that tape, your wall, when you're painting, it's going to look, if you don't get it right, it's going to look silly. I could probably paint the wall, seems simple enough, but if we're talking by the ceiling and where the ceiling meets the wall, we have a problem. Yeah, we do. You ever try to use a level? Level, you use it to make things even. Honestly, I look at the level and I don't even know where to begin. Like, what am I looking for? What are we doing here? Work with me. Work with me. I called numerous times, like, how exactly do we use the level? Oh, okay. And then you're putting on it, you're putting the level against the wall, you're measuring it out, how the picture should be hanging nice and even. You put the nail in there, and then you're like, this ain't even at all. So much for my level. This ain't working out for me. Nah. So I should have made those trips to Home Depot as a kid. I really should have. I mean, and you think about it, I don't know, I'm embarrassed now when I go to Home Depot. You figure if this stuff is in Home Depot, they probably figured that you should be able to buy stuff from there and put it with yourself, put it by yourself with no help needed. Yeah, that didn't work. No siree. No siree. Now listen, guys, even girls, we always have room for improvement. I'll tell you one thing that a lot of us guys, we cannot do. And that is tie a tie. Now, I could tie a tie a specific way. Granted, I still use YouTube, and I don't even know like what type of knot it is. I think it's the most basic knot, and I'm telling you, when I'm tying that tie, I have to tie the knot, untie it, try it again a couple of times, because sometimes one end is longer than what it should be. You bet your ass that once I get it in that perfect knot, I am not undoing that knot. That will be forever tied, and I will just put it over my head each time I have to wear that tie. I'm not going to take that chance and having to tie it again and again and messing up. So tying a tie is also quite a necessity, which many of us are not able to fully conquer. But there's always hope for us. Always hope. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon. Check out my other 2 channels. Take care.